Okay, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. There we are. There's that. There's that face. So, this is the Summer Road Trip Open. This is round two. This is the third group of this round. We saw Group 1 and Group 2 play earlier. Um, we're watching the point of view of Acrobat, who has been kind enough to share the screen with us to watch the action. And we got a pretty good lobby here, I'd say. Quarantine is in the first position. He's playing as black. Um, Marcellus Fuse is playing as yellow in the second position. Third position is Acrobat, and he is playing as purple. In green, we have Nathaniel. In orange, we have Zango, followed by Matthew Law playing as white. So this is Brazil Advanced to Matt this week on the road trip where we go to the Amazon jungles and we play a progressive card world domination game with blizzards with stable portals. Welcome in, Samed. So if you haven't seen either of the other two games tonight, what we've seen, those unfortunately were both five-player lobbies due to some no-shows, which happens. It is what it is, and we saw some bonus taking. So you have these. Let me point this out. You have these four bonuses here. You have this one here. That's a +4. This one in the middle is a +4, +3, and then this one here is a +3. The other ones are way too big to take. Don't even worry about it. In fact, let me pop up the bonuses real quick. Go take a look at that. There you go. You see the fours, four, the +3, the +3, and the others are never going to be held. Now, the thing with the games earlier was that with five players, four players took bonuses in each game. And because they had incentive to do so, there was only going to be one player that was left out. But now you have more players in the game. They're spread out across the board. The bonuses are more full of other players, harder to take, and they're going to be harder to hold because there's going to be two other players that are like, yeah, no, you're not holding a bonus. So I assume this will be more of a no bonus game. In the practice games we've played, you might see a bonus if someone spawns with a really good spawn, but outside of that, we've generally seen people break bonuses. Now, Quarantine is in an interesting position because he's got two threes in that three territory bonus, the +4 in the Centro, it's called, right in the middle. Um, and Marcel's Fuse has three of the four territories in the top +4. So what happens here? Are they allowed to hold these? This is my question. Okay, so we see Math put some troops in there. Now, Quarantine has an option here. He can either add to the central bonus and roll the 3, or insist upon it for next turn, maybe. Or he could put troops in the top right bonus and say, okay, so this isn't going to be a bonus game. I'm not getting a bonus, looks like. Well, neither are you, yellow. Let's see what he does here. Okay, he leaves the bonus, and now that leaves yellow as the sole bonus holder. I think Math breaks him personally. Matthew Law is definitely someone who believes in board balance, playing with him several times. Not an overly aggressive breaker, but if he can break you and say like, "Hey, no, like this board's not going to be a bonus game," and I think everyone else agrees, and it's kind of clear, he'll do the breaking. Okay, so we see Acrobat spreading around the board. He's got a good spread here, right? So Acrobat's down one, two, three, four, five, six. So being in that third position, that's prime kill position. Now, if this is a non-bonus game, we could see some kills by the second set of trades. I still think it goes to the third because there's a lot of spread on this board. People are going to be all over the place, hard to get to. Now, by the third set of trades, it'll be very easy. But let's see who breaks Marcellus here. I think someone has to break Marcellus. It's almost imperative that they do because if he's allowed to hold and get +4, I mean he's then the controller of this board. He's in the second position. Only one person trades before him when it comes to those larger trades, and he's going to have 30 to 40 more troops than anyone come time to make kills. Marcellus is saying good game. I don't think Marcellus hits him back because if you're Marcellus, you're in the second position. You're in a great position. You didn't extend or like you have to use any extra troops to really take that bonus. So it's not like he invested heavily into it and then lost it. Where he's at the same amount of troops as everyone else. Now he doesn't have a great spread. Now part of that spread around the board, like he doesn't have a lot of representation in the South. That may have been I'd have to go back and look, but that may have been because he wasn't able to invest because he wanted to get the bonus. So that might be something that's weighing on him. But overall, I really don't think so. Quarantine's lining up to take full advantage of a possible war between Marcellus and Math. Okay, so Marcellus does not keeps a cool head, realizes okay, I'm in a good position. No one's getting a bonus, so we're good to go. Math kind of being the board police here. Actually gives them a solid spread. I mean, they're relatively close to 3-4s here, but overall solid spread for being in last position. Would love to see something over in here. Maybe this 3 moves this way. Maybe the 3 moves down, 4 moves up. Something to move over here would be good for him as well. He's got 6 stacks, but they're all kind of here. Okay, so math adds to his top right stack, keeps everything where it's at basically. Um, might be worth it for him to leave the 4 in the middle and go portal it to the left. Math 2 law, the white player. Might be worth it to get some representation over there. I don't know where he would go from there though. I mean, he's got a 4, 5, and a 7 surrounding him there, so wouldn't probably better off staying there. Um, but let's see, quarantine first position. Um, who's he lining up? Who does he line up on? Does he line up directly on Marcellus? So Marcellus is annoyed because he wants a stack in the south. Zango would be crazy to let Marcellus come through that portal. Marcellus is one of the people that's before him in turn order. So you don't want to give someone that's before you in turn order a chance to be close to your stacks. Um, it's ideal for Zango to not move out of that position and in fact maybe strengthen it. Um, and quarantine line up, excuse me, on Marcellus. So you have 4 here, 11 here, 4 here, 3 here. He's in 4 locations. He's got the 1 up here. We'll see what happens with it, but really he's in four spots, right? And these are kind of line up, right? It's just the 2 blocking it. Um, he definitely wants something down here. I think his best bet. So he's got the 4 here, 3 here, 11 here, right? So he's got 1, top, right, left. If he were to hit down on his 2 with the 4, and then hit down here, he could eventually kind of move down into this location, which could help him with later on in the game. Marcellus laughing at the situation. I wonder if he thinks math should take a bonus. I mean, he's in the last position. It wouldn't hurt him to try, but I think if he does, he just gets broken. Um, all right, quarantine with pretty solid lines on yellow. So he's got him through the portal here. Got lines on him here. Got lines on him here. Kind of has lines on him here. Pop, pop. Got to go through 2. I don't know what he. I mean, Marcellus is upset. It's not really not much he can do there. I mean, Zango does not want to give up that portal location there. All right. So players are going to 5 cards. We're going to see our first set of trades coming up here. So right now we see Nathaniel, the most troops on the board, who's in the 4th position. Look, we're not going to see any kills yet. And by the way, that is quarantine. He's playing on an alt account. His other account he couldn't get into in time for the game. Um, but he has lines on yellow. Pretty good lines on yellow. Again, he's not going to do anything now, but if something doesn't change, if yellow and him both go to 4 cards for the next trade, I think it's inevitable that yellow dies to him. what he needs to do, what Marcellus needs to do is find a way to kind of get a kill guard or, or some position that Quarantine can't really get to. Unfortunately, even if he was in the South, Quarantine has a couple fives there that could touch various territories. So it's going to be hard to get away from him if you're Marcellus. Yeah, Black's lines are so good on yellow. I haven't even looked at other ones. Let's see, he's got the 7v8 here, 5v8 there. Yeah. Yeah, really good lines on purple too. I wonder also I mean, I don't know if the trade will be big enough to do a double kill, to kind of trick kill and go into another one, but he certainly has the lines. I was saying earlier in games earlier, that the spread around this board, it makes it hard to do a follow-up kill. So let's say he attacks this 10 and hits it. He's got a line to the yellow then, right? Attacks this purple up here, or well, attacks purple here. Then he's got lines to the yellow. Attacks purple here, can kind of hit and come back. He's got lines on yellow. Hits purple here, comes back, has lines on yellow. The problem I see with that is he's going to have to contribute a lot of troops to hit this purple. And then are the trades going to be big enough for him to fill out the rest of these positions? Because this is going to be useless after it hits purple as far as attacking yellow afterwards. And this is all contingent on Quarantine having a trade on 4. So let's see what happens there. But yeah, Quarantine, if they all go to 4 cards, he will have his pick of yellow or purple to make the first kill. Um, Profitable kills, they should be as well. It'll be the 20 trade he'll get, right? And then he'll be killing 35 to 40 troops. Um, Probably loses 25 to 30, but then replenishes with another 25 trade in. So, um, profitable kill to make. I just don't know if we'll have enough to follow it up. If he can, a minimal investment on this 5, like if 13, he's going to want at least a 16 to have somewhat of a safe roll. And I just think if he has to put in 11 troops here, minimum, uh, that leaves him with what, 12 troops that he can spread around to kill the rest of purple. I don't know. I think yellow is going to be the play for him. 8 on 8 right now. 9v13. He's going to add the most of his troops here. He's got to hit this and come back, which can be tricky. He's got this pretty easily. I think yellow's the kill here. And again, if this was a 5 up here and this was a 9 here for Quarantine, I'd say the kill on purple's better. But he's got the bigger stack on yellow's bigger stack as opposed to just a 5 on purple's bigger stack. Purple's also moving away, so someone could do the kill guard here. Yeah, I like that play. I like putting that there. Because there's really only one person that can kill Acrobat at this point, and that's Quarantined. So if someone sits here, that will help. Preferably green or white. Doesn't look like green's going to sit there though. White might. White might sit there. Now, does quarantine have lines on white? I don't. Yeah, I don't see it. I mean, fucking Matthew Law's in like 8 places right now. Marcel's. I don't. Yeah, I think quarantine makes the right play there. I don't. It's just too risky of a kill. Could he have done a 20 on 16 and a 10v6 and added a couple more to the 10 in the middle to get the 5 and the 3? Maybe, but it's not worth it. No one, because I don't think anyone else really gets a profitable kill here. Like, maybe Nathaniel on math, though. So Marcellus is playing the 40 stack, big stack, which I think is a good play for him at this point. Are there any kills going to happen? I don't think Acrobot's lining up for it. Can Nathaniel kill math? I'm wondering. Let's see here. Nathaniel's not one to rush a kill, but pop, 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 pop. Okay, Nathaniel with no trade. I honestly think with the trade there that he could have, because this was what he hit, right? So he would have went pop. He had this, he went pop, 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 pop. Yeah. Actually, decent lines on math from Nathaniel, but we'll see if it goes back in Nathaniel's face with no trade on 4 and if math can kill Nathaniel. Okay, we're going to see the kill of math from Zango. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, well played from Zango. Is he lined up on green enough to get the kill? It looks like he is. 8v7, 6v8, 4v7 right now. 8 comes in, cleans up all this, and then, yeah, he's got to move quick. I don't think he has enough time. I don't think he has enough time. Nope, not enough time. Lined it up, but if I'm not super familiar with Zango's speed. I know there's definitely a lot of players out there that could have maybe ran through those moves pretty quick. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2. Maybe, yeah, I think you have to fortify back. 1, 2, fortify, 3, fortify, 5, 6. So Those couple fortifies may have held him up enough. It's unfortunate because he had the lines and he had the troops. Okay, does Nathaniel survive here? Pretty sure he does. I think Acrobat could maybe kill him though. So you go 8, back to this, hit that, pop, 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 pop. Okay, he's not going to go for it. I think he could have killed Nathaniel there, so he'd pop right there, hit the portal, portal, pop, boom, back, pop, 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 right? 8, 9, 10, 11, 10. I don't know if he would have had enough to get the 5 and 2 up here. Could have been tight. 7, 8, 7, 14. Could have followed one up here and try to double tap these with this stack and this stack. If he didn't, yeah, it would have been tight. It would have been tight. Maybe worth trying though. Oh, gets good dice. Nathaniel gets great dice on Acrobat. And just like you saw, Acrobat had the lines on Nathaniel. It comes back and yeah, I thought Acrobat had it. I think in his position right there, he should have went for it because at this point he's got 3 people ahead of him in turn order with Zango uh, being a card ahead of him, and then obviously Quarantine and Marcellus ahead of him in turn order. So Acrobat was in the 4th turn position at this point. I think it would have been worth it to go for the Nathaniel kill, or at least try to. I think it would have been. It would have been so close though. All right, what does Zango do here? I mean, he's going to be a card ahead. He's just going to try to set up his lines on a kill, either Quarantine or Marcellus. Yeah, I think he splits that. Oh no, okay. So that tells me he's lining up Marcellus, I think, because I think he's got plenty to hit Marcellus here, here. Comes across here, adds everything else here, and just pop back, right to the portal. Okay, trade on 3 for Marcellus. He will not be dying this turn. So I think he's going to line up Quarantine here. Let's see what he has to do. So he's obviously got this line, pop, pop. Or actually, you can take the 11. Well, 11, no, this is going to come up, pop, pop, pop. This will come across, pop, pop, pop. This will get added to, pop that. This will have to get added to a lot. And pop, 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 pop. And then this just pops this. I mean, he's got the lines, however he chooses to do it. Okay, no trade for Zango. No trade on 4, and that's a killer, man. That is a killer. And Quarantine does not have a trade. That is rough, man. That is rough. That is super rough. And that's going to be it for Quarantine. He goes to 5 cards, unfortunately, and Marcellus takes full advantage and makes the kill on him. So he trades in, gets 60 troops, sitting on 3 cards. Either kill here gets him a trade. Looks like he's lining up Nathaniel. Okay, he's not going to hit Nathaniel. No, he is. He's got the 40 up top. Yep. I think he hits Nathaniel here. He's got time still. Yep. And we're going to see a sweep here from Marcellus, I believe. Very good use of the portals. Very well passed. Very well played from Marcellus. I mean, look, he fell into quarantine not having trade, and so a little luck there. But what do the best players do? They take advantage of it and make shit happen. And this is what exactly Marcellus is doing. Okay, so Marcellus is going to leave Zango with 32 troops. Zango does get the trade on 5, obviously. Can Zango take the whole board is the question. He's just got to move it. That's all he can do. He's got to move, got to move, got to go faster. You just got to run, man. I believe Zango is a mobile player. I think he is, actually. I'm not 100% on that, though. Should have enough troops to do this. Well, does he have enough? Not quite enough. No, Zango. 9 troops short. And now we're going to see Marcellus trade. Can he clear the whole board? It's a question. He's got the speed. As long as he gets somewhat okay dice, he should be able to clear it, I think. Yeah. And then even then, Zango would need a trade on 3 to still be in this game. Yeah, so this game's over. Marcellus, unless he has a pathing error, which doesn't look like he's going to, will be winning this game. So there you have it, folks. Marcellus takes advantage of the no trade on 4 for quarantine and runs the board. Oh, other than Math Law being killed. Yeah. Yes, Mitch, usually the trade on 4 is the way to go, but quarantine felt different